This video was brought to you by my loyal patrons through the channel membership program. Pledge today and receive exclusive perks, benefits, early access to videos, and more. Link in the description. Oh boy, we got a fun one today in this video. And this is a video I made a while back, maybe 2 years, give or take, ago. And that is 5 myths about the hobby. And I'm very, very excited to dive into this because I want to kind of debunk a few theories that people are floating around thinking that they're fact and factual, when in fact, they are not. That's a fact, right? But without further ado, no specific order, like none of my lists are. Number 1, we shops can order singles online just like it's sealed product. Oftentimes people ask me, coming to the shop, they're looking around, hey, when are you gonna get in new inventory? Oh, do you buy stuff online? Oh, when are you gonna get more Jaden Daniel Donruss in? When are you gonna get more Patrick Mahomes prison cards in? It doesn't work like that. Now, sure, I'm sure some people do go out, buy all the Prism base cards and all the Optic base cards that they can get. Me, that's not how it works. I can't just dial up a distributor and be like, hey, I need to get more Josh Allen cards in. It's not like that. Back in the day, though, so again, I understand a little bit of confusion here for some of the old timers. Back in the day, that was something you could do. However, in 2025 now, that is something that is a long thing of the past. Number 2, there's always stock to buy direct from distributors, and that is complete bogus. Even when a product first comes out, there's tight allocations going around. Even when a product sits, it could still be tough to get some hands on products. But right now, and just months ago, and I'm going to assume months later on, it's going to be very, very difficult to place restocking orders for regardless sports or Pokemon. The market right now for Pokemon is going crazy, which I'm going to address in a little bit in a future point. But sports cards, we know that this market is absolutely crazy. I mean, shops can't get product in allocation from distributors or even from the manufacturers themselves. So it is very, very challenging, not just for me or other shops, but just people with direct accounts, whether they should have them or not. In general, it is very tough to get allocation. Number 3, and this one really drives my gears, and I want to make sure that we really debunk this one because it is completely false, is all shops price gouge. Now listen, I will never speak for another shop, and I never have and I never will. I will speak for me, and I'm going to assume that I'm not the only one that does this. I don't think this is a once-in-a-lifetime idea or that Murph's Card Town is just the premier shop compared to other local card shops. I don't price gouge. I don't. All my retail product are MSRP on release day. All my hobby boxes are market price on release day. All my supplies are MSRP according to, Ultra Pro or Ultimate Guard, whatever it may be. And that's just how I think things should go. Now, of course, there's going to be shops that will turn a $30 blaster into a $50 or $60 blaster. Of course, there's going to be shops that will take a $500 hobby box and make it a $600 or $700 hobby box. I am not going to say that those don't exist, but I just want to set the record straight because I see this all the time, whether it's in comments or threads or forums or the internet, one way or the other, is that all shops price gouge, and that is far from the truth. Now, do a lot of them price gouge? I would think so, and that is quite an unfortunate. See, some of these shops have to go to Target and buy the blasters for $30 to sell them for $40, $50, or $60. That is still a thing, unfortunately. Again, that kind of circles back to, places not getting allocation. But it is not a, this crazy idea that shops don't price gouge. Again, I'm one of them, and I don't think I'm not the only one here. I'm sure there's others out there that don't price gouge. And so again, I want to make sure the record is straight that not all shops price gouge. Number 4, cards in general are good investments. There's going to be some hits and there's going to be some misses. If you want a safe investment, stay far away from sports. If you want a safe investment, I've made videos about this. I've talked about this several times. I think sealed Pokemon boosters are the number 1 form of a good investment right now in the hobbies. You could maybe dabble with ETBs and some vintage graded cards, sure. But I just think overall, and again, there's going to be hits and misses. Let's not skip that fact. But just the overall big picture of the hobby, I don't think it is a good investment. Sure, you can make money here and there along the way. I don't think that is a form of investment, flipping, like some people like to say that it is. But if I'm going to buy a specific card of a certain player and hang on to it for 5 years, what are the chances that that card is worth more than what I bought it for? There's so many variables that go into it, of course. But how many people bought sports cards 1 year, 2, 3, 4 years ago, and that card is no longer worth what they paid for it those years ago? Almost all of them, right? Almost all of them. And again, with Pokemon, it's a completely different animal right now in the current landscape of it. It's hard to kind of mix that into it because this is such a recent phenomenon, past 2-3 months, give or take, that the Pokemon market has kind of exploded. But again, you can make money in these areas, but that doesn't mean that they're good investments. So hopefully that there is a clear distinction there. At the end of the day, sealed product in general typically appreciates pretty well. Sports lately has been declining unless you have like a box from like 10, 20, 30 years ago. But Pokemon, sealed boosters, sometimes ETBs, the premium collections, those are the best ones. But just in general, I don't think that cards are a good investment. Number 5, last but not least, the card market is crashing. Now, this kind of goes back to my number 4 point, but the card market is not crashing. Let's just get it out of the way. Let's just say it together on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The card market is not crashing. Okay, good. Glad we got that out of the way. Has it gone down? Yes. Sports. Has Pokemon gone down? I don't think so. I just kind of mentioned how crazy the market has been, and I think that is a perfect example showcasing that the market is not crashing. I like to call this a form of correction when it comes to sports. And I will admit that Pokemon is currently blooming. It is blossoming. It is booming. So there's 2 different angles here that we have to hit this from. Pokemon, the market is doing great right now. Some would say it's doing too good. Some would say it's obnoxious, that it's greedy, that there's scammers, scalpers, and all that stuff, that is toxic with a lot of people. Just from a dollar sign perspective, it's in a really good spot. I just priced out a bunch of $1 to $5 cards, and those cards have doubled since the last time I priced them a couple months ago. $2 cards are now $4, $5 cards are now $10, $20 raw cards are $100 in graded 10 condition. It is absolutely insane. Whereas sports cards, we can't necessarily say that because it boomed so much, so fast, so high that it's coming back down, and it's still pretty solid. Boxes are selling, singles are selling, graded cards are selling, boxes are getting ripped. There's so much movement in the sports area of things. I've said this time and again, if you've been watching videos here on the channel for a long time, you'll know that where I stand on this. The sports card market is correcting. I don't know if it's completely corrected from 2018, 2019, but it is correcting. And I think people need to know that. And I like to think people have accepted that, and it's not a crash. And I'd like to think that there is a complete distinction between correction and collapsing. That will wrap it up for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what a myth that you have that you want me to debunk, a myth that maybe you have debunked yourself, maybe that I missed in this video. But ultimately, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the channel membership program, guys. I definitely appreciate the love and support. I've queued up an excellent video right over there for you that I do believe is going to be excellent for your hobby endeavors. Hopefully, I'll see you in that one.